Hey guys, welcome to Raw Customs. I'm your host, Patrick Rapolo, and yes, the Batman helmet, the Batman cowl, the Batman mask, whatever you guys want to call it, this is the episode where I'm going to show you how to do it. Now, this has been the most requested build I've had so far, so I went ahead and took just a little extra time on the modifications to try and give you the simplest build I could, as well as a clean finished project when you're done. Clean meaning once it's all finished, you have less finished work to do as far as hiding your seams and cleaning your project up. I came up with this foam overlay over here, and I'll show you how to do that. And this gives you a chance to use your own imagination to design your own overlay, your own sides, to come up with your own style of your Batman helmet. On another note, guys, a lot of y'all been writing me, asking a lot of questions. The honest truth is I'm just real busy at work right now. I'm working about 12 hours a day, so I honestly haven't had a chance to get back to you. But I am reading them on my lunch break, and I'm letting my wife answer some of y'all back. So as soon as work slows down and I get a chance, I'll sit down and answer the questions and get back with you guys. But keep them coming in, because they do help me on future projects, to try and answer questions while I'm building the other projects. So appreciate you guys writing in. Now we got this build going on, so let's see how to do it. For this build, you're going to need 3 sheets of 5mm foam, 1 sheet of 2mm foam, some painter's caulk, PLASTI dip, spray paint, aluminum foil, something to cut with like scissors or a razor knife, a glue gun, and a heat gun. Start with the back template, cutting the center down to the base but leave a little attached. Overlap the 2 edges and pull them together until they're even, and then tape them in place. Repeat this process on your next 2 openings. On the outside earpieces, leave a little attached at the top and cut to the bottom. Then line the bottom edges up and secure in place. Then grab your nose guard and your 2 ear templates and combine them into one big template. Then take this piece and cut off the ears on both sides. Make sure and save them, they'll be used later. Take the top and the eyes around and combine them together. Next, pull all your flaps together and secure them in place to form your rounded dome. Next, grab this back piece that you cut on earlier and tape it into position. Now lay your stencils onto some 5mm foam and then trace them out. On your top piece, lay it out and draw around a 2-inch border around it. Once your pieces are traced, they can all be cut out using a razor knife. Use a heat gun to heat up your top piece. Heat both sides. You want this fairly hot. Then dome it over something round. You want to use a lot of pressure here and really try to round this piece. Here I'm actually putting a lot of pressure and actually stretching the foam to make it round. If it doesn't turn out right the first time, just reheat your foam and repeat the process. Once you have a good fit to your top piece, trace and cut it out. Since your piece is already formed, you'll need to cut it over something round. Next, heat up your side earpieces and bow them in slightly. Next, heat your back piece front and back. As you can see, I've heated it up so it starts to bow on its own. And then form it over something round. You'll want to use a lot of pressure to try and stretch and round this piece. Now it's time to start gluing it together. Start at the front edge of the top piece and the top edge of the eye socket. Continue gluing the pieces together about an inch at a time. You'll want to glue these pieces together up to the point of the front edge where you cut the ear off earlier. Once that side's done, repeat the process on the other side. Now you can heat the nose guard up and kind of bend it into position. Next, it's time to glue the back into position. Start at the bottom edge and join the two pieces. And then continue to glue up about an inch at a time. And then just repeat the same process on the other side. Now glue the center of the top and the back half together. Then glue the nose guard into position as shown. Now for the top of the eyes, you'll want to twist these and glue them down flat at the top. Round it into the corner and glue it flat on the outside edge. On the bottom piece, line it up flush on the inside of the helmet and then mark the excess that hangs out the front. Once it's marked, cut off the excess. You may need to do a little additional trimming to get the fit just right. Once you have a good fit, glue it down flat into position. Next, take the pieces you cut off earlier and then trace and cut them out. Glue this piece into position on top of the helmet. Then glue the front down, overlapping the front edge of the outer earpiece. Next, take the back ear stencil and trace the bottom and front edges, leave extra on the back side, and then cut it out. Line it up on the front edge of the ear and then trace out the back side of the ear, and then cut off the excess. Then this piece can be glued into place. Next, heat up your chin piece and then bend in your lower ends. Once the piece is cooled, glue the lower section together. Now this piece can be glued into position. Start at the lower corner of the side and work your way to the front. Once that piece is done, glue the lower section of the back and the chin together. Take some aluminum foil and place it on the side of your helmet. Mold it so that it fits tightly on the helmet. This will be used to design your foam overlay. You can tear off some of the excess. Now form and fold the foil into the desired look that you're wanting for your overlay. Tape can be used to hold this in place while you're working on it. Once you're done designing your piece, flatten it and trace it onto a sheet of 2mm foam, not 5mm foam. This will be easier to manipulate over the other piece. Your trace will probably turn out pretty rough, so take some time and use a pencil to clean up your edges and smooth everything out. Once you're happy with your design, you can cut it out and then trace that for a second pattern for your other side. Now you can start gluing this piece into place. I recommend starting at the tip of the ear and working your way down, making sure to cover your seams. Roll your foam over the back edge of the ear. This will hide the seam. This extra piece can be slightly stretched to tack out any wrinkles as you glue it down. As you glue, work your way down and around to the front. Once you get to the eye, use your fingers to push in and stretch the material to mold and form the eye socket. Once that's done, roll back your excess foam and spread your glue on the inside of the eye socket. Now the foam can be pushed back and glued into place. Now any excess material can be marked and cut away. If you want to add eyebrows to your helmet, now is the time to do this before you finish gluing in the top piece. Now it's time to cut out the eye sockets. Start by making an incision from the top corner down to the center in an angle, making a small triangle on the end, and then cut a straight line from the inside to that corner. Then cut your chin strap in the center. Then glue on the back sides of the folds you just made. Roll and glue the folds down so that they're nice and smooth. Now you can use some painter's caulk to go around all your seams. You can use your finger to clean off the excess. If you dip your finger in some water, it'll make it easier for everything to smooth out. Then add 2 coats of PLASTI dip, followed by 2 coats of spray paint. I decided to add a little bit extra to this one, so I taped off the inner earpiece and taped on a square mesh, and then airbrushed in a little white to add a little bit of a carbon fiber look to it. I dulled the white down by spraying on a little black and just adding a few little highlights in it, and then finished it all off by just adding a little bit of highlights, damage and dirt kind of look. Well, alright guys, there you go, the Batman cowl all finished. Looks nice and neat. I actually had built 2 of these. This is the first one I built. You can really see on the side the difference from the foam overlay, where this just comes up to a point, not up to the ear. Comes around, it's open in the back, and you can actually see the seam where you had to put the back and the front piece together. The seam actually doesn't look bad. It actually turned out pretty nice. You can really see the differences in the front, where this one I left rounded in the front. This one I squared off and cut straight, as well as added the eyebrows. Now this one I think looks a lot meaner, a lot more like the Dark Knight versus this one. This one with the rounded eyes, unfortunately I think it turned out more like Owlman. But that's okay, because there is an Owlman, and maybe one day I'll make a short Owlman against Batman or something. I think that'd be a cool thing to do maybe later on. As far as the chin strap, I just ended up using some Velcro to put it together for now. I may come up with something more inventive later, but I'm pretty happy with that for now. Now I did use a PEPAKURA file for this. I'll leave the link below to that, as well as to the website where I got it from, which is FJ Customs Foam Files. Now he's already modified files for foam. He actually has quite a few helmets, some actually full suits on there. So check his website out. I think they'll help you out. Now you guys wrote in quite a bit on this, so I'd really like a little bit of feedback. Let me know what you think, if this helped you out on your build. Well, that's it for this episode, guys. I'll see you on the next one, where I will be showing you how to build a lightsaber with a light up blade on it. So be sure to subscribe and check out that one. And thanks for watching.